Okay, got that. Mitesh, thank you very much. Well, with that, let's move on and look at some interesting analysis that Hormaz has put together for us. Data patterns is in the spotlight as the stock has hit a record high. Hormaz is here with the details. Hormaz, what are you looking at?
Back in the spotlight is data patterns, actually. And if you remember, just a couple of weeks earlier, on the 16th of February, data patterns had a mega block deal where around almost 11 to 12% equity had changed hands. And data had shown that Florintree Capital had a clean out trade in that transaction, and it sold its entire 10.7% stake at around 1,837 rupees a share. Since that day, within a span of 2 weeks, the stock is up 63% and it hit a record high, crossing the 3,000 rupee mark in today's session, and it is almost up 5x from its IPO price of around 580 rupees, which it had debuted in December of 2021. Now, what is the recent development as to why the stock has been buzzing off late is, if you remember, on Friday, there was an announcement from the Ministry of Defense that it had signed 5 major capital acquisition contracts with 3 entities. One was L&T, the other one was Hindustan Aeronautics, and the third one was BrahMos Aerospace. Now, why BrahMos Aerospace is significant? Because Data Patterns is one of the significant and the largest suppliers to BrahMos Aerospace, and it has been associated with that entity for over 2 decades now. So as a result of which, the stock has been buzzing recently. Now, in an investor presentation that the company had released last month, they had highlighted that over the next 2 years, they intend to maintain around 25% top-line growth CAGR. They intend to also remain net debt-free, sustain margins near the 40% mark, and also maintain a strong order pipeline. So bullish commentary there from the management. Based on the shareholding pattern, around 42% of the company is still owned by the promoters. Remember, they recently did a QIP, and in that same investor presentation, they also mentioned that they have utilized these funds for new product development. Now, when after this rally that you have seen over the last few days, in fact, over the last 12 months, also the stock is more than doubled. And since then, as a result of which, the stock is now trading at an FY25 price to earnings multiple of 70 times. And in comparison to its peers, like Bharat Electronics, who are trading at 37 times, Apollo Micro, which is trading at 4 times, and DCX Systems, which is trading at a current year earnings multiple of 38 times. Now, when it comes to brokerages, there are 8 analysts who have coverage on the stock. 5 of them have a buy rating, 3 have a hold call. But InCred is of the view that new order wins are key for the company's growth rate to sustain. There is a delay in order finalization. That is a cause of concern. And lower than anticipated order wins and a lower than anticipated defense outlay will be some risks for Data Patterns going ahead. Nonetheless, the stock is back at a record high. The missile has been fired.
And so have those valuations, right? 70 times, nothing short of a rocket indeed. Thank you so much, Hormaz, for the details. They're interesting analysis.